Revelation, book of Daniel, part of it. It contains Proverbs, and other kinds as well. In other words, God has chosen to use various kinds of literature to communicate His truth to us. You see, if we want to discern what God is teaching us in the Bible, we have to interpret each part correctly, according to the type of literature it is. We must never force a passage to say what it never meant to say, or what we would hope it will say, and would like it to say. And I think this is particularly important with the Proverbs because I think we tend to treat the Proverbs as ironclad guarantees, or as commands. In other words, train up a child on Israel, that's a command, and here comes a guarantee. If you do that, follow that command, then here comes the guarantee, you will not depart from it. So we treat them as commands or guarantees, or maybe a little of both. I think we need to understand they're neither commands nor guarantees. You know what they are? They're Proverbs. They're like principles for living. They're statements that tell us how things normally work out in the normal course of events. If you do this, this will tend to follow, usually, normally. And therefore, the wise person will do this. In fact, if you have your Bibles again, did I have you turn to the Proverbs? And I'd like us to look at a handful of them just to see how these Proverbs work. And it's a fascinating book. I would encourage us to read the Proverbs more than most of us as evangelicals tend to do. Because the Proverbs have many, many insights and much wisdom for living, as long as we interpret them properly. Look at Proverbs, go to chapter 9 if you would. Proverbs chapter 9. I'm just going to spot through a few that I find very interesting, that are helpful insights for living. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 7. I just went through it this week and I picked out a few that I thought would be interesting for us to look at. Proverbs 9 said, look what it says. Whoever corrects a mocker, you know, the person is out there mocking and insulting, whoever corrects that person brings on an insult. That's what you get for doing that. Whoever rebukes a wicked man incurs abuse. So look at verse 8. Do not rebuke a mocker, or he will